Nowadays we are revising the numericals, important numericals of ray optics, and in previous class we have revised two types of questions. One based on Lensmaker's formula and second based on the refraction through single curved surface. These two. Now today we are going to revise the numericals which are based on concept of combination of lenses, and lenses can be combined in two ways. Either they are placed in contact like these two, or they are placed at some distance like these two. Now question solving method of the two is different. For example, if lenses are placed in contact and the combination's focal length or power is being asked, simply we have to use the formula power of combination is equal to power of lens 1 plus power of lens 2, power of lens 3, and so on. Here only two things you should remember, that you have to substitute the values of these powers with sign, and if power of combination is positive, then combination is acting as converging system. If power of combination is negative, then combination is acting as diverging system. And if the question is given with focal length value, then we will use 1 upon f of combination is equal to 1 upon focal length of first lens plus 1 upon focal length of second lens, and so on. Here also we have to remember that substitute the values with sign. But if the lenses are placed at some distance, then see the solution is entirely different. Here, first we will apply the formula of refraction 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f for the first lens, and whatever is the value of v, that is image formed by the first lens, that will act as an object for second lens. And again for the second lens we have to use the formula 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. Now when we apply the formula on second lens, whatever v we are getting, that will be the position of final image. So let us start with the combination of lenses when lenses are placed in contact. Start with the question 2003. Convex lens, focal length 20 cm, and a diverging lens whose power is minus 6.5 diopter, they are placed in contact. What is power of combination and what is focal length of combination? Before starting this, let me tell you that I have already explained this whole topic in detail, and I'll give you the link of that explanation in description box. So if you are having confusion in the concept, you can use that class to prepare your topic. So now what we are going to do, we are going to write the power of convex lens and power of concave lens in this formula with sign. Now since power of convex lens is not given, it is given the focal length of convex lens. So what we are going to do, if you substitute the value of focal length in centimeter, then you can calculate power of convex lens using the formula 100 upon focal length. So 100 upon plus 20, that is plus 5 diopter, is power of convex lens. Concave lens, power 6.5, power of diverging system sign will be negative always. Simply substitute the power of convex lens and concave lens in this formula with sign and you will have the answer. In the second part, question is asking you focal length of combination. So power of combination is this. So focal length of combination will be, if you divide 1 with power with sign, then your focal length will be in meters. If you divide 100 with power with sign, then your focal length will be in centimeter. So 1 upon power is equal to 1 upon minus 1.5, and you will have simply 0.667 or 66.7 centimeter as the focal length. Next question is being asked in 2004, and that is focal length of concave lens is minus 20 centimeter, focal length of convex lens is plus 25 centimeter, and they are placed in contact. Just pay attention, the lenses are placed in contact, then you will use the formula power of combination is power of lens 1 plus power of lens 2 and so on, or 1 upon f is equal to, where f is focal length of combination, 1 upon f1 focal length of first lens plus 1 upon f2 focal length of second lens and so on, where we have to substitute the focal length with sign. So now here they are asking you that the lenses are placed in contact, what is power of combination and what is nature of combination. Okay, very simple. Substitute the values with sign in this formula. 1 upon minus 20 for concave lens and plus 25 for convex lens. Solve it simply and you will get the focal length of combination. Now combination's focal length is minus 100 centimeter. That means the power of combination will be negative. This implies that combination is acting as diverging system. Always remember, when power is positive, the system is behaving as converging system. When power is negative, the system is behaving as diverging system, whether it is one lens or it is combination of lenses. And now let us see the question where the lenses are not placed in contact. So this is question of 2010. An object is placed at 20 cm from the convex lens, whose focal length is 15 cm. Another lens, which is concave, its focal length is 25 cm, is placed at 35 cm from convex lens. Find position of final image by the combination. So here we will divide the question in two parts. The first part will solve refraction through first lens. The second part will solve refraction through second lens. Let us start with the first lens. Now here, divide the page in two parts. The method is highly recommended for the representation of your answer in your board copy. Divide the page in two parts. Specify to examiner that the first part is for refraction through lens 1 and second part is for refraction through lens 2. Now for the first part, the convex lens will form its image of the object at I dash. In the diagram, let us see it. Object is here. Rays start from the object and the convex lens converges them at some point I dash, where image of this object is formed if concave lens is absent. But when concave lens is present in the path of the refracted rays, then these refracted rays are refracted again by the concave lens. They are diverged, and instead of meeting at I dash, the refracted rays will meet at I. So actually, this image, which is not formed because of the presence of the concave lens, will act as a virtual object to this concave lens. And concave lens will form image of this object at this place. So for convex lens, U is 20 cm and V we are going to find. But for concave lens, U is this distance, which we can calculate by subtracting the 35 cm from the value of V we are getting for convex lens refraction. So substituting the value of this part only as U in concave lens formula, we will get the distance of image from the concave lens as V. In the formula, 1 upon V is minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. And that will be the position of final image. So let us solve that problem. 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. V को यहाँ पे V डैश कर देते हैं क्योंकि ये फर्स्ट लेंस से जो इंटरमीडिएट इमेज बनेगी उसके लिए वैल्यू है, और U की वैल्यू को -20 लिख रहे हैं क्योंकि अगर हमें ऑब्जेक्ट की डिस्टेंस कॉन्वेक्स लेंस से निकालनी है तो हम स्केल का 0 यहाँ रखेंगे और फिर हमको इधर की ओर चलना पड़ेगा रीड करने के लिए इसकी पोजीशन. तो जब हम इंसिडेंट रेज से उल्टा चलेंगे मेजरमेंट के लिए डिस्टेंस के, तो उस डिस्टेंस को हम ऑप्टिक्स में माइनस साइन के साथ रखेंगे. ये एक अकेला साइन कन्वेंशन जो आपको कभी कंफ्यूज नहीं होने देगा, और आप बहुत सारे साइन कन्वेंशन से कंफ्यूज हो, आई विल नॉट रिकमेंड इट. और V की वैल्यू जो भी आएगी वो पॉजिटिव आनी चाहिए क्योंकि V यानी पोजीशन ऑफ आई डैश को मेजर करने के लिए हम स्केल का 0 यहाँ रखेंगे और स्केल पर हम रीड करेंगे कि आई डैश कहाँ है, यानी हम उस डायरेक्शन में चलेंगे जिधर इंसिडेंट रेज जा रही हैं. तो V की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव आनी चाहिए. इससे हमें ये भी पता चल जाएगा कि हमने कैलकुलेशन सही किया है या नहीं. तो देखो वैल्यूज़ फटाफट रखी और 1 अपॉन V डैश की वैल्यू 1 अपॉन 15 माइनस 1 अपॉन 20 और V की वैल्यू आ गई 60 सेंटीमीटर. अब फिर से डायग्राम पर लौटते हैं. 60 सेंटीमीटर पर कॉन्वेक्स लेंस से इमेज बन रही है, तो कॉन्केव लेंस से तो वो 60 माइनस 35 सेंटीमीटर की डिस्टेंस पर ही है. और क्योंकि ये डिस्टेंस जब हम मेज़र करेंगे तो हम इंसिडेंट रे की डायरेक्शन में चलेंगे कॉन्केव लेंस से, तो ये जो U की वैल्यू है कॉन्केव लेंस के लिए ये प्लस साइन के साथ रखी जाएगी, और जो V आना चाहिए वो भी प्लस साइन के साथ आना चाहिए क्योंकि हम इमेज की डिस्टेंस को मेज़र करने के लिए भी इंसिडेंट रे की डायरेक्शन में ही चलेंगे. हमेशा ध्यान रखिए रियल इंसिडेंट रे की डायरेक्शन आपको बस ध्यान रखनी है. इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि कॉन्केव लेंस के राइट में ये इंटरमीडिएट इमेज बन रही है. एक्चुअल रे जो इससे चलेगी वो इस पर इधर से नहीं पड़ रही है, तो कभी कंफ्यूज मत होइए कि ये राइट में है तो हम मान के चले कि अब ये ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह एक्ट कर रहा है तो इंसिडेंट रे ऐसे ऐसे कहाँ इंसिडेंट रे चल रही है. एक्चुअली तो ये जो कॉन्वेक्स लेंस इमेज बनाता वो यहाँ बनती, बीच में कॉन्केव लेंस आ गया, तो कॉन्केव लेंस को जो इंसिडेंट रेज मिल रही हैं वो कॉन्केव लेंस को ये बता रही हैं कि ये रेज इस जगह पर मिलने जा रही थी. तो कॉन्केव लेंस को इस ऑब्जेक्ट से क्या लेना देना, इस ऑब्जेक्ट से चलने वाली रेज कॉन्केव लेंस को नहीं मिल रही हैं. कॉन्केव लेंस को तो मिल रही हैं ये रिफ्रैक्टेड रेज, और रिफ्रैक्टेड रेज यहाँ जाकर मिलने वाली थी. तो कॉन्केव लेंस के लिए जो इंसिडेंट रेज हुई वो ऑब्जेक्ट से आ रही हैं और वो है ये रेज जो यहाँ मिलने वाली थी. तो कॉन्केव लेंस के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पर है, पर एक्चुअल रेज तो ऐसे चल रही हैं. एक्चुअल रेज ऐसे नहीं चल रही हैं। तो अगर आपके दिमाग में इस किस्म का कन्फ्यूज़न है तो आई थिंक आपको आज क्लियर हो जाना चाहिए। तो अब हम सेकेंड लेंस पर रिफ्रैक्शन का फॉर्मूला यूज़ कर लेते हैं। 1/v माइनस 1/u इज इक्वल टू 1/f। v की वैल्यू हमको कैलकुलेट करनी है। u की वैल्यू हो गई प्लस 60 माइनस 35, दैट मीन्स प्लस 25, एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू 1/f। Focal length of concave lens is minus 25. Now solve it and you will find v is infinity. That means the final image is at infinity. इसकी वजह भी है, अगर हम ऐसे ही देखें तो ये जो डिस्टेंस आ रही है ये कितनी है, ये है 25 सेंटीमीटर ही इसकी फोकल लेंथ भी है। तो कॉन्केव लेंस से जो ऑब्जेक्ट रखा हुआ है आई डैश वो फोकल लेंथ पे रखा हुआ है, तो कॉन्केव लेंस इसकी इमेज को इन्फिनिटी पर बनाएगा। अगर ये ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन होता तो ये सेकंड पार्ट हम सॉल्व करके नहीं दिखाते, हम जैसे ही यहाँ 25 आता v की वैल्यू इनफाइनाइट लिख देते। लेकिन यहाँ पर क्योंकि ये सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है, हमको एक्सप्लेन करना है मैथमेटिकली, तो यहाँ हम ये सॉल्व करके दिखा रहे हैं। और इसका मतलब ये है कि जो फाइनल इमेज है वो इन्फिनिटी पर बनेगी, और जो कॉम्बिनेशन है वो फाइनली क्या दिखा रहा है, ये कॉम्बिनेशन के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट है 20 सेंटीमीटर पर और इमेज जो बन रही है वो बन रही है इन्फिनिटी पर। इसको अगर हम रीड्रॉ करें तो ऑब्जेक्ट 20 सेंटीमीटर पर रखा है कॉम्बिनेशन से, कॉम्बिनेशन में कॉन्वेक्स और कॉन्केव लेंस 35 सेंटीमीटर की डिस्टेंस पर है, और फाइनली जो रेज इमर्ज हो रही हैं वो पैरेलल टू प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस है, और जो फाइनल इमेज है वो इन्फिनिटी पर बन रही है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो, 2012 में जो पूछा गया है वो क्या है, कॉन्वेक्स लेंस फोकल लेंथ 80 सेंटीमीटर, इट इज थिन, एंड थिन कॉन्केव लेंस फोकल लेंथ f. They are placed at 20 centimeter apart. If parallel beam incidents on lens 1 and finally parallel beam emerges through lens 2, find focal length of concave lens. So let us see the diagram. The parallel rays are incidenting on convex lens. So always understand that it will converge the rays. When the rays will converge and if the rays are meeting here, concave lens will experience or will observe the incident ray like this. So these two rays which were used to be meet at this point will act as the virtual object for concave lens, and concave lens will form image of this object at infinity. So this distance should be focal length of concave lens, then only the concave lens will form object's image at infinity. So actually we just need to find v. If we once find v, the value of u for concave lens will become focal length of concave lens. So how we are going to find v? सिंपल लॉजिक लगाएंगे, पैरेलल रेज को कॉन्वेक्स लेंस अपनी फोकल लेंथ पर फोकस करता, तो फोकल लेंथ कॉन्वेक्स लेंस की है 80 सेंटीमीटर, तो ये डिस्टेंस v 80 सेंटीमीटर हो जाएगी, और जब 80 सेंटीमीटर पर इमेज होगी कॉन्वेक्स लेंस की तो इसके लिए जो ऑब्जेक्ट की डिस्टेंस होगी, इतनी डिस्टेंस, वो हो जाएगी 80 माइनस 20, दैट इज 60 सेंटीमीटर। अब 60 सेंटीमीटर पर जो ऑब्जेक्ट है कॉन्केव लेंस के लिए, कॉन्केव लेंस उसकी इमेज को इन्फिनिटी पर बना रहा है। इसका मतलब कि ये जो डिस्टेंस है ये कॉन्केव लेंस की फोकल लेंथ है, और ये जो पॉइंट है ये कॉन्केव लेंस का फोकस है। तभी फोकस पर जो ऑब्जेक्ट है उसकी इमेज को कॉन्केव इन्फिनिटी पर बना रहा है, तो फोकल लेंथ ऑफ कॉन्केव लेंस सिंपली विल बी 60 सेंटीमीटर। लेकिन अगर हम इसे मैथमेटिकली देखें तो भी हम इसे कर देंगे, हालांकि इसकी ज़रूरत यहाँ पर नहीं है, हम लॉजिक से इसको पूरी तरह से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। पहले फर्स्ट लेंस के लिए रिफ्रैक्शन का फॉर्मूला लगाया और v निकाल लिया, और फिर सेकंड लेंस के लिए कॉन्केव लेंस के लिए फॉर्मूला लगाया और f निकाल लिया। एंड एट द एंड सी 2017, 2000 and 2009 all three questions are of same pattern. Converging lens focal length is given, diverging lens focal length is given, they are placed in contact and the focal length of combination is being asked. So simply write the formula, substitute the values of focal length with sign and get the answer. 2009 is exactly same question which is asked in 2000. So you can easily understand that the questions which have been asked in previous year question paper are very, very important. Now there are 4 simple questions which also very important, like 2014. How focal length of convex lens changes when wavelength of the incident light increases? Simply write the formula of lens makers, and then when wavelength of light increases, refractive index of lens decreases. If refractive index of lens decreases, that means 1 upon f decreases. 1 upon f decreases, this implies focal length increases. So what is conclusion? If wavelength of incident light increases, focal length of the lens will also increase. In 2020, Simple question. A convex lens forms virtual and magnified image. Where is the object? And you have to find the answer in terms of focal length. So object is placed obviously between optical center and focus, and that implies U is less than focal length. Similarly, in question paper of 2013, power of a lens is given, focal length of the lens and nature of the lens is being asked. So since power is negative, that means lens is diverging. And focal length is 1 upon power, that is minus 0.2 meter or 20 centimeter with a minus sign. These were questions based on power, and now one question in 2011 that was based on magnification of lens. Question is saying, where should an object be kept on principal axis of convex lens? Focal length of convex lens is 20 centimeter in order to get an image which is double the size of the object. Now this question will be solved in two parts. The first part will be 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. We need to substitute the values required. Now in the question only focal length of the convex lens is given. V and U are not given, but they have given magnification. That image is double the size of object. So here to find U and V, we need to use the formula magnification of lens is equal to V upon U. And let us calculate V and U. There are two possibilities. If image is real and inverted, the magnification will be negative. If image is virtual and hence erect, the magnification will be positive. So if image is real, then magnification will be minus 2. From that, you will get V upon U is equal to minus 2, and hence V is equal to minus 2U. Substituting the value of V from here in the formula 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. Now since V is minus 2U, so calculate and find U as 30 centimeter with a minus sign. If the image is virtual and magnification is plus 2, so V will be plus 2U. Substituting this value again in the formula, 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. You will get U as minus 10 centimeter. So here the question will have two possible answers. All my handwritten notes are uploaded in PDF form on my Telegram channel. You can find those notes from there. The whole class 12th syllabus is completed and it is included there. Also, the previous video in which I have revised ray optics, that part which is important, very important, and which is from the concept of lens maker's formula and refraction from single lens, that link is also given in description box and you can go through that topic. Also, detailed ray optics is covered in previous days, and you can find the link of those videos also in description box. So here it's a complete revision as well as complete explanation of ray optics topic for your semester 2 exam. Now the next two videos for revision will have one in which we are focusing only on the combination of lenses and mirrors, and the second one, the last one, in which we are focusing on the numericals of telescope and microscope, which will be published very soon.